what we'd want to do with a kid who's being bossy is we'd want to apply a little bit of behavioral science to this. We'd say to them, look, I know that you're really good, and this is where we lead with a positive comment, and then we talk about what the constructive thing is. I know that you're really good at expressing yourself and your needs. At the same time, I'd like us to do that a little bit more gently, or a little bit more calmly, or a little bit more softly. Maybe it's toward parents, maybe it's toward friends. And I want us to also consider what other people are having as preferences in that moment, or what they might want to play. And so we lay that out explicitly for a kid. Then our job is to really catch them being good or engage in as much neutral prompting as we can. Like right before they go into a situation. Remember, I love that you're expressing your needs, but can we do it in a nice way to your friend Julie? And then we kind of catch them being good actually doing this. And in the event that they fail, which they inevitably will, what we want to do is remind them in the moments where they were successful and then set up an expectation that the next time we'll try a little bit more. The other thing we always tell parents is it is not a problem if your kid speaks to you in a bossy way to say, I'm happy to listen to that request or I'm happy to honor that as long as you can speak to me in a little bit nicer tone. And if the kid can't do it, you don't have to follow through on the request. You can just walk away. But if the kid can do it, we can kind of reinforce that and help them to do a little bit more conscious correction. How do you support what is perceived as bossy behavior in 6 to 7-year-olds? So as kids are getting more verbal and also a little bit more independent in those early elementary school years, they become that much better at telling parents, caregivers, other people in their environment, friends as well, exactly what they want or exactly what they need. And it's massively reinforcing because if you've just evolved these kind of speech abilities and you can bend the world to your will, that's really kind of a cool effect. We also don't really want to reinforce it because a kid who bosses other kids around, maybe there are a couple kids that are flexible and really relaxed and they're okay with it. But at the end of the day, we want kids to consider other people's needs and their play dates, their preferences, that kind of thing, because that predicts a little bit more mutual friendships later in life. So more often than not,